All right, 3, 2, 1. Insert the little intro here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for that yet. But hey everybody, we're back, and this time it's not with Yuna and the Hot Spring because we watched that shit. We said, "Fuck this! This is getting boring as shit."
Look, man, there's only so much pain we can take, and that ain't enough.
And that's an abusive ass series. Fuck Yuna.
Wow, it was that bad?
Oh, you have no idea.
To be fair, how many times you gonna wake up in the morning to get launched out a fucking window?
What's the name is this? This is like a doggone action movie.
No, it's because I'm perving on you in the middle of the night, but it's your fault. So I'm gonna chuck your ass out. Fuck Yuna.
Exactly.
Oh.
You know, generic harem bullshit. How dare you catch me peeping on you or molesting you?
Oh my god.
Like, was she not molesting him?
Yeah.
All right then.
Translation. Never watch that again. Put that at the bottom. Put that in the box. Put that box in the Mariana Trench and just walk away.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we said fuck that, and then we decided, you know what's really awesome? Chicks with guns in Chicago.
Hell yeah, hometown baby representing. I'll stop.
You never do that again.
South Side.
Okay, I get shit, but he doesn't.
You all need to be stopped. Okay, I require this to end right the fuck now.
Okay, podcast over, kids. We'll see y'all next week.
You smug son of a bitch.
But no seriousness.
We said we love girls with guns, and in Chicago, so we decided to check out the anime Gunsmith Cats. It's an OVA, 3 episodes.
But Sal, hang on, you're forgetting something. We haven't properly introduced ourselves.
Correct, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen who are watching us. I am SG3 Legacy, the master of ceremonies of this fucking circus, and I am joined with my 4 co-hosts.
But yeah, so I guess we just introduce ourselves then?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, so this silky smooth radio voice that's talking here is HD. What's up? How you doing?
It's your man and no, his nose in the blow, Fall 1, but you guys know me as many other names like the whore I am.
Hey motherfucker,
What's
I'll
up,
be
guys?
get that goddamn title.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy. Totally not yo here.
Now I'm the man of many smooth faces. It's that guy from Shy. How y'all doing?
Wait, we could do ASMR voices? Hang on. That's right. We
damn
can
it.
start doing ASMR voices now.
So it begins. But besides of Yu-Gi-Oh, we're here with Gunsmith Cats. You know, like I said, OVA 3 episodes. So, quick synopsis to get that out the way. Our story follows the Gunsmith Cat owners, Raleigh Vincent and Minnie Mae Hopkins, and as they have to deal with the greatest threat in all of America, the ATF.
ATF.
Oh yeah, and also again, I also want to give props to the fact they actually showed that the ATF is actual assholes.
Oh yeah. Fuck the ATF.
Seriously.
Honest to God, dog, I feel like that was probably the best. I feel like that was probably one of the better parts of the anime. But my bad, I feel like I just derailed some shit there.
No, I mean, it's a plot point. Raleigh immediately sees ATF and fucking government worm.
Fuck yeah, trying to take away my guns like a law-abiding citizen I am.
Well, she's not law-abiding. She says this shit's illegal.
Oh, well, they don't need to know that shit.
One part of the whole plot of it, like,
Change all the fucking time, man.
Yeah, you're telling me. Right now I'm gonna think. Oh.
And so you're just going to admit to that? Wow, you just going to admit to that all up on the thing?
Oh, we can admit to it. They'll just never hear it.
Right.
Yeah,
It's not illegal unless you write them a letter.
exactly.
So the whole plot of this 3-episode OVA is Raleigh and Minnie and May having to deal with the ATF's bullshit.
Wait, her first name is Minnie?
Minnie Mae Hopkins, yeah.
I thought that was
I
just
swear-
a nickname.
I swear, like, dog, I swear to you, I never knew her first name was Minnie. I thought her name was just straight up May.
I think
Okay,
Minnie
no, yeah.
is
Minnie is the
name.
nickname, yeah. It is
May
May
Hopkins.
Hopkins, but in the character listing it just says Minnie Mae Hopkins instead of May, parentheses, Minnie Hopkins. Another little tidbit, did you know Raleigh's first name is actually Irene?
No, I did not.
Irene Raleigh
Green,
Vincent.
huh? Alright, I can deal with that. I like the names.
Mm-hmm.
Not completely fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
The most
You know what?
un-Japanese way of putting American names for a good number of these characters.
Yeah, honestly, because I'm gonna say it right now. A lot of the times when you get when you get a lot of American characters in Japanese anything, it's always some crazy ass stupid name.
Like Bandit Keith.
Bandit Keith.
Real name, by the way.
Oh, that's not a joke. Jeez.
Yeah, from Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, he really did his research because considering the original manga came out in 1991, at that time there wasn't really an internet to be able to do that much research to be able to like.
Dude, the amount of, I mean, the things about the guns, yes.
And how to like, fucking 1991, no access to internet. Immediately knew that the ATF was just full of assholes. Like, he done his research.
I really like the way they picture Chicago, though. That was awesome.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a fun fact. That's because the animation team actually came to Chicago to do research.
That is really
Yeah, no.
Oh
cool.
shit, that's kind of dope.
I kind of figured they did that because when I was watching it, I was like, "There's no way they could get that, accurate visually without actually being here."
And honest God, it shows.
It does.
The only thing, fucking a bunch of super violent potential war criminals with nothing but firearms let loose in the streets. Yeah, that sounds like Chicago, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel called out here.
No. You're not the ATF. You're not super violent.
Oh, true. As of yet.
Is there something you want? Is there something you need to tell the rest of the class, sir?
That you're all wonderful.
And don't come to work tomorrow.
I would do the shotgun racking, but everybody's asleep. I don't want to wake him up with it.
I got it. Fine.
Thank you, Yuri. You're a blessing to us all.
Did I pick
And
up?
then- no, it didn't.
Couldn't
did
hear
not.
shit.
Okay.
Like, not at all. I didn't even know you would have had one.
I don't know.
Hang on,
since you guys
asked, I got you for this
Man,
situation.
don't worry about it.
Oh, that's
Somebody
HD.
get down on them chips.
I thought he was like, "What the fuck gun are you cocking? Are you cocking, Anthony?"
It's called a
Oh, yeah.
cruncher.
Yeah, sorry, I'm eating Cheetos. Sorry.
Yeah. No problem. No problem.
Was that fucking shotgun that you gotta take apart just to reload?
Um,
The one that's in every video game but doesn't actually exist?
what do you mean, the break action?
No, the Taurus was it?
Oh, of course it exists.
No, oh, fuck. The jackhammer. The Pancor jackhammer.
Yeah, Panko Jackhammer.
Oh god, that disgusting thing. It was a prototype, for Christ's sakes. There was only one ever made.
How do you know that for sure, Anthony?
You tell me, do you own one?
No, but do you?
Yeah, I thought so.
You didn't answer my question. Do you?
No, I'm too poor.
All right, then. How do you know that people don't have it, huh?
Cause money.
It doesn't fucking work.
Okay, so that's quick synopsis out the way. Let's discuss the characters. And best girl, Raleigh Vincent.
I'm not even gonna fight you on that one.
Really, honest to God, that one was kind of surprising. I would have figured you would have said May right out the gate.
It doesn't
Wait,
go
hang
for
on a
me.
second. Why do you? Oh, well, yeah, seriously, Sal. Now that he mentioned it, yeah. What the fuck?
It's because Raleigh's a boss ass bitch.
True. I gotta give her that. She do get that bit, she get that business handled.
I don't know, man. I think it's the fact that she was using an early model of the CZ75.
All right. Speaking of guns, real quick, Anthony, how accurate are these guns portrayed in the anime?
Look, as far as I've seen, at least, the only issue I had was with the Beretta that the ATF agent brought in the beginning, because usually they do signify when there is a round in the chamber, but it's not that fucking obvious. Like, it isn't that big. It just, aside from that, everything else is pretty alright.
Alright.
So
I'm not
Raleigh
gonna go into-
magically knowing if it's loaded or not is bullshit.
It's not magic. No, it has an indicator. But the thing is, the way they displayed in the anime, as if it was bigger than. See, the red switch was bigger than what it is in real life. It isn't that big. You can barely see it.
Yeah, they took artistic liberties.
Yeah. And like I
Okay,
said,
so
it's
it's
just a
not-
minor detail. I'm not going to be nitpicky about it.
Alright. So they still so it's still effective on that end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I said, I have no other problems. The other thing too is we're going to be here all day if I was to tell you about every gun that was shown on the show.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're not
So-
talking about the manga, because that goes into detail with a lot of the guns that get seen with it.
Oh, does it?
I was gonna say, is the manga still going, or was it just kind of a one-shot thing?
I think it's long done, because it has its original
Yeah.
Gunsmith Cats and then the sequel Gunsmith Cats
And
Reverse.
I think 97.
Like what? Like wait. Which one was good? Or like wait, which part was Gunsmith Cats bulletproof?
Let me see. Bulletproof was the 1995 film, which I think is the OVA that got split into 3 that we watched.
A sequel series called Gunsmith Cats Burst, which ran from 2004 to 2008.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Gunsmith Cats Bulletproof is the OVA, the stuff we just watched.
Okay.
And the original manga was from 1991 to 1997.
Oh wow!
Yeah, 6 years is pretty good.
I was gonna say it went for a really long time. Dang.
I mean, hey, if they kept the writing up that good, and I can completely see why.
True story.
Yeah, speaking of the writing, the characters all feel pretty real, honestly.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, you know, aside from May and her ability to just produce explosives out of fucking nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Jesus,
but-
H, those fucking explosives.
Bruh. Well, see, here's the thing, though. I love the fact that it was very... First of all, I like the fact that it didn't have, like, 60 different characters that you had to keep track of. The story was essentially just around the 2 chicks and the dude that just happened to be there. I liked it gave me kind of, like, Cowboy
It was-
Bebop-ish vibes.
Yeah, you was
Yes.
getting that too?
Yeah, I was getting that, especially with the intro and all that. I was just like, okay, I could tell I can sense the Cowboy Bebop vibes. I was like, okay, I'm good with this. And the fact that they weren't like, you know, it was refreshing to see chicks that were actually well written. You know what I mean? As opposed to just gimmicks, the way Americans do it now. The way we tend to write female characters. Just
Well, again, you got like that's the thing. You got to remember this was written back in the '90s before all that
Yeah.
started.
True. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I kind of was hoping that when I first saw it, there was only 3 episodes. I'm like, 3 episodes, really? But there was a lot in those 3 episodes, though. But I wanted more. To be honest, I wanted more.
Yeah, and considering it's an OVA, it was meant to basically advertise the mangas or light novels they originate from. It did its job. Like I ended it,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, is there anything more? Well, there's the manga. Okay, I'll pick that up when I get the chance.
Yeah,
You know, I hate the fact that I'm
definitely.
just barely finding out that there was a manga. Jeez.
yeah. I thought I didn't even know that there was a manga, and even still, I didn't know that it went on for 7 years. Because I'm thinking it was kind of like when I first saw it, I was like, bro, this is like a one-off thing. I was like, but then I started watching, and I was like, huh, okay.
Like, yeah, it is not bad at all.
Right? It's kind of something that I honestly like. I honestly would love like a reboot.
I would love a reboot, but we're gonna have to keep that original writing and
Yep.
I guess what gives it its uniqueness is the
know,
original
just-
animating style.
oh hell yeah, bro. That that '90s cell shade anime, that is the shit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I liked it as much until watching this. I'm like, it isn't bad at all.
I'm like,
I
not
like this style.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's weird how much retro animation has a style about it that just hits so much better than modern animation. I don't know what it is. It might just be that I'm an old head talking through nostalgia. But
You know, because
it's
everything
just-
wasn't always moe. It was unique.
That could be.
Yeah, I
There
feel
there was a different shift in old anime compared to now. Yeah. But this long ass tangent aside, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or just toss it out. Thank you guys. Let's go back to Gunsmith Cats, the shit we actually came here for.
Yeah. So,
yeah, we're gonna have to abandon that tangent.
yeah.
We discussed the Rally Vincent being the boss-ass bitch that she is, renowned bounty hunter, and owner of the Gunsmith Cats store, which gets shut down because ATF are a bunch of fucking assholes.
ITF, those sons of bitches.
Real quick, because I never knew. I don't. You know, I'm not into firearms like that, so I didn't know who the ATF actually were. I thought that they were a variant of like the CIA, but they didn't want. I thought it was like the CIA, but not. We're not gonna call it the CIA because of copyright and whatever stupid stuff. We just gonna make a fake organization, and it's the CIA, but it's not the CIA. So the ATF are like about guns and stuff. Like,
They're
Alcohol, tobacco, and
Alcohol, tobacco, and
firearms.
firearms. Yeah,
It's enough
Okay.
about those illegal,
basically,
so.
if somebody does anything that involves alcohol, tobacco, and firearms that the government ain't got their hands in, well, we gotta shut that shit down because
You're
we
coming
ain't
to
getting
your dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and they're mostly renowned for their mass shootings that they justify with, well, they shot us first.
Oh,
Like, killing dogs.
And also shooting a lot. Thank God this show isn't Gunsmith Dogs, otherwise we'd have a very dark ending.
Yep.
These are just girls running their shop. Well,
yeah.
no.
Actually, technically, ain't it 3 of them? Because they introduced Becky later on.
But she's more like their lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm doing a very good job, apparently.
Exactly.
Well, to be fair, Riley kind of gets into shit without Becky being around.
Yeah, sure.
I usually
Don't
gets
even
mad
get
at her,
me
like,
started.
why'd you even take this case without me being there?
Mm-hmm.
And don't even get me started on the shit that May does. Oh, by the
Everything
way,
she does is
should we talk
illegal.
about?
I live, breathe, and eat dynamite.
You
Where
know
the hell
what?
do you
That
get
would probably
grenades from?
be... She makes them, Anthony, come on.
I can barely buy fertilizer without getting weird looks.
I just get the tenor right.
Speaking of Mini May, how do you feel about our tiny explosives experts?
Cool, but I'm surprised she hasn't lost an arm yet.
Right?
Me too.
Like,
But
considering
I
what
ain't
she did with
about
the car?
I ain't
What?
about the city.
I
Oh,
was like, bro,
yeah.
bro, we need to send her to Raccoon City. And she just dropped bombs on the entire household, and then just blows it up, and everybody just walks away.
She's the type of person not to take splash damage from her own explosions.
Right?
I mean, even though she did get injured by, I think, one of her explosions, if I remember correctly, it rarely shows.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how good she is, although, would you prefer if she had like a few scars on her hands or something?
I mean, no.
Missing a
it's
finger
fine.
from a firecracker gone wrong?
It's fine like the way it is.
That man look going on.
Right?
If I were a bad
Well, I kinda remember-
devil girl rally, I would be here right now, would I?
Well, see, here's the thing. That kind of reminds me of that scene from the movie The Kingdom, where they're trying to find the American soldiers working with the Israelis, trying to find this bomb, and they go to this guy, and the guy like shakes his hand, and then shows him the fact that like one of his hands is gone, and he says, Jamie Foxx's character says, "What happened?" And he says, "Well, every bomb maker gets bitten by their own, explosion sooner or later." Paraphrasing, but
What happened? What do you think happened?
right?
Right?
What do you
right?
think happened?
I was wiping my ass, and then my ass bit back.
It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea to use before it's toilet paper.
If I was a bad devil man, I wouldn't be here now, would I? But seriously, the dynamic between Riley and May is fucking great.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Considering that one tries to play the straight woman and the other is just, alright, fuck it, blow it up.
Yep. It's great.
If the face is pruned, things go boom.
Oh,
It's got that silent C4 going on.
Shut up.
you know what I also love though? You know what?
Oh
You
yeah,
know what?
they have a whole ass refrigerator full of explosives.
Yeah, C4 and everything.
Oh god damn it.
To which I genuinely thought, when Riley said, "There's no food," I genuinely thought May would said, "Of course there is. There's C4 right there."
Yep. I thought that too.
I was looking at like, are those giant sticks of butter? Why did they need so much butter? Oh, it's C4. It's not butter.
Dog, how the hell could you think that they had C4 left?
Right,
Dude.
Bruh, no, what threw me off, and the first thing I thought was when she was looking around for food, and I'm like staring at the C4, and I'm like, bruh, is she gonna eat the C4? Like, what the heck is she gonna do?
Well, to be fair,
wait, no.
C4 is
What
really
kind of,
safe to
like-
cook on.
Like, you know what? See, here's the funniest thing to me. Open up the refrigerator. Like, they had somebody walk into the house, open up the refrigerator, and that bitch blew up.
Mm-hmm.
They said it to explode.
I'm just saying, does that not seem like the sort of thing that May would do?
I mean, to be fair, yeah, no, that is.
I mean, with that setup she had against Radinov, I believe it.
They hate commie bastards.
Like, dog, because
Randolph was cool.
Like, yeah, no, Radnoff was dope. Radnoff was a dope character. I couldn't figure out what the fuck her deal was. Like, I get it, she was,
dude,
I get it.
she
was
used ballistic knives. What
like,
more do you need
was-
to ask? If a person
it was
uses
like-
ballistic knives, you don't question them.
It's like, no. Here's the thing. Here's the part that I don't get, right? Okay, I understand that she was a hitman. I understand she was ex-KGB. And I understand she had beef with them, too, because they basically humiliated her and basically fucked up her record, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But it's just, after so long, why continue?
Pride.
Yeah,
Money.
I mean, considering the fact that you almost died in an explosion.
right.
Yeah, it's pride. Like, you imagine you have a peerless record of assassinations, and then these two little shits from Chicago one-up you.
Well, that's your first mistake. They're two little shits from Chicago.
I don't know if you realized it, but motherfuckers around here is roaches.
Yeah, exactly. From her perspective, these are just a bunch of roaches, and they actually wounded her.
That was one really angry
I'd
roach.
go murdering. Like, I'd go
20
above
years
and
in
beyond to
the
get some.
fucking business. 20 fucking years in this business, and a bunch of crackheads from Chicago. True blood.
Where the fuck did that line come from?
Right, I was gonna say that's like having a musician that's been playing music since he was like 3, make like an amazing album. But
Meanwhile, they get outpaced by Lil Peep singing
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
Gucci Gang over and over.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
I guess the saying goes, if you think you're good at something, always remember there's a Korean or an Asian way better than you. In this case, if you think you're good at killing, always remember there's always an American.
Yeah.
There's always a motherfucker from Chicago better than you.
And Raleigh and May proved that shit.
Oh fuck.
But for moving away from the stars, we have the ATF asshole himself, Bill Collins.
I mean, to be fair, he was an asshole.
Yeah, like it
He
was
was an
ATF.
asshole, but he wasn't as big an asshole as everybody else.
He
I
tried to
don't-
charge him for illegal gun charges, man. The
Yeah.
fuck do you mean he wasn't an asshole? That's an
Then-
asshole move in my books.
And then that same night, storming their house just to make sure they couldn't get back out of the deal.
Not to mention he had already bugged
mean,
their house. It's like, what the
yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
man?
Here's the
I was
thing,
gonna
right?
mention that too.
It's like that. It's like that's like to me though. That's the crux to that issue, right? He's already saying like, "Yo, my ass is on the line, so I need some help from you two." And basically, there's a lot of shit that we could charge you for, so it's a mutually beneficial for us to just say fuck it and work together.
Hang on a second. That's just a GTA
That's what I thought
campaign in a
too.
nutshell.
It, like literally, it's just a fucking It's just a fucking GTA mission campaign in a nutshell. It's like, look, bruh, you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Yep.
It's like, hey,
I
you much
was gonna
rather
say-
you. It's like you much rather it be me than somebody else. I'm not getting ready to arrest both of you for that shit off the bat, which
I was gonna
I
say, it's
really
true.
should.
I was gonna say it's Triple X.
He should, and then he says, "I'll give you that time to think it out." Then that same night, boys, rate it. Huh?
Send
That's
it.
so weird. You guys have a lot of illegal weaponry. Be a shame if you went to prison for this. But we could cut a deal. All right, you bitch, we'll do it.
We don't have any dogs in the house.
It's like, dog, look, if that, like, dog, how many cases have you not seen a government agency willing to do that exact same thing?
No, of course. I know. No
ATF.
shit. It's the ATF, obviously. The ATF is real people. Wake up, sheeple.
But it's like, dog, that's the thing. I get it, dude. Like, dude's an asshole, but it's like when you in that situation where it's your ass on the line, and you can get some help from motherfuckers that really know the field like that. Why not?
It wasn't though. He lied to his supervisor.
Yeah.
Really? I must have missed
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's why the supervisors kicked him off the case.
Huh. All right. Well then, I guess that's my fault for not doing enough research.
He
Pay
was totally in
attention.
it. He was totally in it just to be like the head honcho, like the guy that like, oh, I'm the one that took down the fucking all these like gun runners and shit.
Yeah, and then that's when he forced the Gunsmith Cats to get involved in the case with the whole.
You were gonna call them kittens, weren't you?
No,
No.
You were.
That's kittens.
no, I respect the Gunsmith Cats. How dare you?
The pistol kittens.
I mean, hey fam, hey fam, we could if we telling the truth, that could have been the name. You wouldn't have been skipping a beat.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Ocelots.
Sadly, no Revolver Ocelot. Maybe in the manga there's like an XP of them. Eh, probably not.
Wait, was Metal Gear even out at that point?
More than likely.
All right. It came out in 1995, if I remember correctly.
MGS1 release date was 1998.
Huh.
And the original Gunsmith Cats ran from
1997.
1995 to 1996, Wikipedia's telling me, but...
So, yeah, no,
Oh wait,
no
that's
chance
the
to
OVA,
revolve.
yeah. The anime ran from 1991 to 1997, so... Maybe
Now,
at the
another one-
end.
I want to touch up on is Rally's car, the GT500, the Mustang GT500. I can't really say too much because I'm not a car guy, but
Didn't you refer to it as a Cobra or some shit?
it was a Cobra. Yeah, that's the model of it.
Huh,
But it's a
okay.
GT500 Mustang.
That was a sweet ass car.
That was.
Yeah.
But I can't say too much because I know jack and shit about cars.
Yeah, shame we didn't keep up with those guys from high school.
They could have given us all the specs.
Yeah.
Like what? What was it like? 90% of them were not gun fanatics, car fanatics.
90% of them were, yeah. But no, it's a sweet ass car, and it gets a fucking sweet ass chase in episode 2.
That chase
Oh,
scene in
yeah.
episode 2 was awesome.
Yep.
And again, we get to see May being a complete fucking psycho again.
Fucking detonates that bitch once it hops over the bridge.
And I'm just like, what explosives did she have on it that was small enough to pull that shit off twice?
I have no idea.
You wouldn't
I'm
need
not-
a big explosion from the explosive itself, just if it was close enough to the gas. That's all you'd really need.
I was gonna say nanomachines, bro. That's how it worked.
Nanomachines, son.
No, you're talking nanomachines. It's that code fucking Natasha Radinoff had. That's,
Oh, bruh, yeah,
Her name was Natasha, right?
yeah,
yeah.
Natasha
Natasha
Radinoff.
Radinoff.
yeah.
In that
I
fucking
was like, what? Like,
solid ass
also-
metal coat she wore.
I was gonna say, bro, that code is taking a whole lot of damage, bro.
She looks like a school shooter.
Oh,
And
like,
she
hey,
was. That's what got her into the KGB.
exactly.
Shooting up Russian
No,
schools.
She came in dressed in a Full Metal Jacket, G.
Yep.
Fuck y'all know that was funny.
I get it, because it's a reference to another anime.
It's a movie, you stupid bastard.
Oh, no, right, Full Metal Jacket.
What was that?
Yeah.
I thought of Full Metal Alchemist. My mind immediately went to Full Metal Alchemist.
Wow. This man.
Oh my fucking god.
No, and even when you type in Full Metal Jacket anime, you just get Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, that's sad. It was like, yeah, no, I mean, I know this was a movie and all at one point, but yeah, fuck it, we're not talking about that right now.
Yeah, we'll do a podcast on that maybe some other day. If you donate to our Patreon over at... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shut up.
If you donate to our OnlyFans, then maybe we'll come out with a the Alchemist.
Bruh.
But anyway, tangent over, back to Bill being an asshole.
Yeah, back to ATF, Bill Collins. He never,
Bill Cosby.
he never got them that license, by the way. Fuck him for that.
You know what? Yeah, no, fair enough. He never did.
Yeah.
I did pick that up.
Did I was gonna say, did the cops never, like, give them anything for that? It was just, I think the last scene was, the chick being like, I gotta learn how to, or it wasn't May, not May,
Rally.
Rally?
yeah, Rally. She was like, okay, like I gotta learn how to get up by myself, and because she was still bleeding from the shoulder. But
Oh yeah. Also, and somebody else brought this up about that. Somebody else brought this up about that last scene, and I'm kind of glad they didn't gloss over it. The fact that she still had a fucking knife wound.
Yeah, I'm like, it's okay. You're bleeding, bro. Like, it's okay for you to admit that you need help. Like, okay, I get it.
Despite all those wounds, she still fucked up Radnov for good.
Oh no, that
Yeah.
part was cold. That part was great.
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, but like, dog, the way she dumped the clip in this bitch.
Yep.
Mag.
It was just like pow, pow,
Man,
pow,
they
pow,
both the
pow,
same
pow.
goddamn thing.
Not to be that guy, but no, they're not.
No.
Yeah, dude, a clip is for your hair, Matt. God.
Fuck off, all of you.
No, to educate you, a clip is something you use in old World War II rifles or pistols, such as the Mauser or bolt-action rifle.
I actually was gonna
strip
bring
of
up the
bullet,
Red 9, thank you.
the bullet that's on a clip, you stuff into a rifle. A mag is what we commonly refer to as, or you guys, a clip, but it's a mag, what we use in modern days to store all the bullets in.
Oh.
Just so that way you guys are.
You know,
I mean, I know it shouldn't really bother me, but Jesus H, I hear that mistake so many times.
Yeah. Yeah, but no.
I mean,
get
you know
that.
what? Fair enough. I get it. It's kind of like the same thing with people misunderstanding my name as that guy from Chi.
Exactly.
Like, no, that that could legitimately cause an irrational anger.
Have you ever had anybody ask where she was?
Dog, look, bro. When I first started connecting with most of the people that I knew on Twitch, I was constantly getting that.
Wow.
Jeez. That guy from Chi. Oh, so where you from? Like some sort of Asian country I never heard of?
It's like, bro, you remember the fact that I straight up changed my character design specifically to reflect that joke.
Did you? Hang on a second.
This is gonna get cut real quick. Yeah, because we were on Bill, but we talked about Radnoff getting iced real cold by Rally.
Yeah, it was great.
Yep.
I kind of saw that coming though. The fact that the whole explosion thing and all that, and then she was on the gurney, and then she just like and just got popped. It was great.
She had that last stand.
Right. She didn't stand for very long though.
She didn't stand for very long. Get out of here, man.
That jacket may stop bullets, but that T-shirt sure as hell won't.
Right.
Invest in Kevlar vest, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, yeah, you're right. This fucking XKGB couldn't afford a fucking bulletproof vest. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was. Would we say we've covered Natasha? Because.
Yeah, I was just saying, this is very serious. Not really that much to go into. But.
Yeah,
it really ain't that much to talk about.
It's good with what it does, but there's not much to talk about considering it's 3 episodes and of an OVA.
Yeah, I think that's my only thing is that, bruh, it needed more. Like, give me like.
It should have been something like Cowboy Bebop, honestly.
Yes.
I would watch 24 episodes of like Rally and May doing their Gunsmith Cat.
Honestly.
Oh hell yeah!
Like honestly, like I would too. I just wish that there was more to it.
So from Bill Collins, ATF scumbag, we talked to the informant or lawyer of the Gunsmith Cats, Becky Farah.
She didn't get much screen time, but she did help out a whole lot.
Yeah, she's
Honest
definitely one of those
God,
characters.
like,
What I was gonna say, was she like the driver chick?
No.
Okay, that was some.
She was the
And
computer.
she was just like she was just a character. She was just a character in the background that kept the book straight.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, no, man. Becky was an unfortunate character that just kept getting caught up in everybody's shit.
And woefully was not prepared for shits. She did a great fucking catch on May though. Props to her for that.
Oh hell
Oh
yeah!
yeah.
I definitely got to give her that. Fucking arm day, not missed. Considering that she was holding her out of a moving fucking vehicle.
God, when I saw that scene as well, I was like, God, there must be glass all over their arms. Jesus, that must hurt like a bitch.
Nah, the explosion disintegrated most of it.
But you know what? Given the logic of the show, I wouldn't doubt it.
From there on, we had a lot of other characters. The few antagonists, the head of the ATF, George Black, and Edward Haines. Pretty bland. They're just American politicians. So, obviously
Yeah,
scum from the beginning.
What do you
No,
mean?
like,
They're not
you
bland.
can't-
American politicians are always chock full of fucking dumb shit.
I mean,
Like yelling and
like-
screaming his entire plan to who he thought was Radnov.
Why would you do that? You're in a federal building,
and
buddy.
immediately getting called. And I'm just like, how the fuck would you have known that the federal agent that was right fucking behind you might not have been trying to bring your ass down too? I mean,
Maybe he
I'm
was
just
like-
saying.
Maybe he was like a Scooby-Doo villain, like I would have gotten away with it if it hadn't been a few freaking meddling kids and that puppy.
Which, as we've seen in real life, is a lot more accurate than it should be.
True.
So, you know what? I'm willing to forgive it.
Oh dear God! But yeah, no, that was like, yeah, that was a little bit boring.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with the villains, it was a super generic plot for the villains. Everything else was interesting. I like the fact that you had some interesting side characters, but they kept the main characters in the spotlight for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Because it's like sometimes they try to do this, like, I'm glad they didn't go the Bacano route and have, like, okay, all of a sudden the one dude they ran down on in the beginning of the show, and all of a sudden he became a super critical character and all this other jazz, just became completely underdeveloped.
Oh, right, Rail Tracer, and the fact that he became the star of the final section of the show. A quick tangent on Turbacano. Up until that point, it focused on like 12 different main characters, and really well, surprisingly.
That's crazy, actually.
It's like, because I completely remember Bacano being a show about multiple different characters, and they still managed to keep them all fresh and interesting. It's just too often times now, like especially in modern anime, you get maybe 10 characters and maybe 4 of them are interesting.
Yeah.
No, like nobody wants that. So I'm glad that, it is an OVA, so it's specifically meant to more or less just advertise the manga that the characters are coming from. So, of course, I can't be mad about that.
Yeah.
No.
I think overall it did what it was supposed to do.
It did, because it definitely, pretty much on universal reaction to all the rest of us, it got us interested in seeing some more.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to do a Kickstarter to get it put on Blu-ray. Actually, from whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
it deserves that, honestly.
Yeah, it does. It does deserve that.
Hell, fam, if they actually did do a sequel series, then fuck it, give me that on Blu-ray too. I'm with it.
Right.
Yeah, here we go. The Gunsmith Cats Explosive Edition brings the action-packed anime miniseries available for the first time in stunning HD. So let me see what the whole thing was about. Well, that goes. Yeah, so trying to bring it into Blu-ray for all 30 episodes in 1080p HD resolution.
Wait, they talking the entire Gunsmith Cats series?
Just the anime, just the OVA.
Ah,
But it would have come with a lot of other stuff like a special case with reversible covers, a 9-panel insert original poster, Japanese and English audio, artwork slideshows, fully clean opening credits, reconstructed HD trailers. That's actually pretty cool. And then commentary from the creators Sonata Kenichi, Arai Masahiro, and Kazana Takanori.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so it does come with. Okay.
man, hey, I'd be down. Like, hey, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was. Let me see if it because this was back in.
I think it was back in 2017. That was when they said that it was going to do that.
But it did reach its funding. It reached damn well over its funding. The original goal was for 75,000. It made 350,000.
Holy
Wow.
shit! Wow, that's
Damn.
amazing.
That's awesome.
So you can also still get it currently over on Animigo.com. You can get the basic set for $40 or the premium set for $70.
Whoa.
All right, that sounds fair.
So for those interested, there will be a link in the video. in the description, so you can go get this nice stuff. Oh, it comes with little. Does it come with those keychains? Because those look nice. Or
Use
something.
it as a weapon charm.
Hey,
I'm
man.
down. It's not Call of Duty.
But it
What,
could
you guys-
be.
What, you tell me you don't have charms on your own guns?
I was gonna say they did the same thing for Resident Evil. You could put like a freaking what's that mascot? The duck? Was it?
I'm not
anyway.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
you
you
can
can put
also
a
buy little goodies of stickers or cell phone straps, and you can also get either the the softcore art book or the hardcore art book.
Hardcore or
I'm sorry. Hold up. What?
Soft,
Do it.
soft cover. I said softcore, didn't I?
Yeah, you said
Wait, hold on.
My bad. I have other things on the mind right now, specifically
Really?
Rally, but ignoring that. Oh, never mind about the art book, because those are currently sold out.
And again, it still surprises me that this Rally you thinking of instead of me, because usually you were the first one to go for the short stack.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Jesus.
Yeah. Rally just hit differently.
Am I right?
This man like that chocolate skin.
Hey man, like Spike once said, I love a woman who can kick my ass.
Fair enough. I agree with that.
And I think that's it, so we can now move on to pros and cons of the series, which we basically sung this series to high praise.
I think pros is, it's a good series. Good central characters, simple plot to kind of get into. Cons, its length. Like, just when you're starting to get into it and get used to it, just when you're starting to actually like it, especially for me, like for a for somebody who's not like, for somebody like myself who's not really into anime like that, or more of a casual watcher, like just when I was getting into it, I was like, oh, yo, this is dope. Then it just cuts off, and I'm like, oh, what the heck, bro?
Like,
man.
I'm pretty pretty much. I pretty much got the same thing coming with HD. It's just I want to see more of it. Y'all said that it got a continuation. I think in 2000 or something.
Yeah, sequel.
Yeah, and it's just like there's a whole lot of good ass anime that came out back in the day that you would never know anything about unless you did digging for this sort of thing, and that kind of gets on my nerves because of course y'all know me. I absolutely love cell animation. Especially like that fucking that fucking late 80s, 90s anime. Ugh, that's my shit. That's my aesthetic. And so of course this show was definitely hitting the notes for that. But yeah, no, just the simple fact of the matter was it was an OVA, so it wasn't meant to be that long, and that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
Especially for like HD said, more of the casual anime watcher. So yeah, pretty much I'm just gonna say the same thing with his HD.
I think we're all in agreement on that. The only main issue is that it's only 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I would say a pro that I kind of like. It's very minor, but I always enjoy any story where they have the bad guys being like a very non-high tier position. Like, it's not like all this big evil company. No, like it's the ATF, right?
Yeah.
And it's very minor, but like it's like, well, like they're not the main antagonist, but they're pretty big assholes. And it reminds me of Ghostbusters, how the EPA was the pseudo bad guys in there.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I always kind of enjoyed that. I was, it's not this big evil organization or something. It's just like, oh yeah, it's just this section of the government. And then major cons, not enough cats.
I'm with you.
Cats,
Hell
this is
yeah.
bullshit.
I give them some cat ears or something.
true. I was kind of, or a tail or something. I was kind of
like the logo for the shop or something. Like,
Just have Gunsmith Cats on like the side of her car.
You had me when they had the Mossberg 500 in the warehouse scene.
Oh, speaking of that scene, would Rally have a little chance of actually worked, just shooting the gun and having it ricochet that way?
Jesus H2, the amount of luck you would need. It's like, I mean, you can, but you don't know where that fucking bullet's gonna go.
true.
Okay, so she was like, holy shit, that was lucky as hell.
Yeah, that was. I mean, unless you guys want to attempt it. I have a lot of free time.
No, god damn it.
Oh, come on, it won't even hurt that much.
The first time.
The first time, at least, yeah.
Alright.
God damn it, Rally.
So with that said, what are your final ratings? We're quick. I think it's a 0 out of 10 rating system we've got, and then we'll calculate the average score.
I would say like I'd say like a 7 out of 10 for me. Like the length is kind of a big thing for me. Otherwise, I'd give it an 8. Because I had a lot of stuff that I liked. It's not something that I would. It's not something that I would pay full price for. Just because of the length.
It's like, yeah, I'm banking 7.5. This would be like, if somebody said they wanted to start watching anime, of course, given that it's on YouTube and it's only 3 episodes, then yeah, most definitely this would be something that I recommend. But of course, like I said, the length is just the biggest problem. I wanted more and I didn't get it.
Wow, I think that's the biggest issue with everybody. For me, I'd give it a 9.5 because, guns in Chicago. But I would have given it a perfect 10 had it been a little bit longer. I'd say definitely go for watching it and paying for it.
I say 8. Just general, the length. Would be great if it was longer. I say that I only seen that first episode. But if it was longer. These sort of bits of the fanfare, like, oh yeah, it's her in a bar. Like, yeah, it's some parts is good, some parts like it's a bit much. Like, I especially think of the
that bit right just before the whatever that was, the state address or whatever, and they just basically had May and her undies for how long?
yeah.
Quite a bit. They actually gave you another camera angle too right behind. It's like, okay.
Shame because Homegirl has like no ass, so.
Yeah.
I mean, bro,
at least it isn't like like modern day anime.
I can still rock with that.
Like, a bit of fanfare is fine, but like the one that kind of really annoyed me was the bit with the crane, where
where it just rips off Rally's shirt.
To be honest with you, I didn't have a problem with that. I mean, those rallies, so I don't have a problem.
That one just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But
Almost like they did it to kind of keep people's attention, and to make up for the fact that, okay, it's short, so we may as well show you something,
Which is weird because the rest of the scene is really good. It doesn't need the fan service in that point.
Yeah, right. I think that's my thing too. Is that I feel like when it comes to anime, like a lot of fan service isn't needed, or they use too much of it to kind of overcompensate for the fact that they ain't got that much of a.
It's a terrible plot.
Here's the thing though. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. The fan service in that bit was over the top and ridiculous, but here's the thing. Unlike modern anime, they don't over rely on it.
Yeah, that's my thing.
It's like, yeah, you might get aside from the 3rd episode, you might get maybe 1 or 2. You might get 1 or 2 scenes per episode, but it's not like fucking horny mode engaged.
Yeah.
The worst it gets is the crane scene, and even that is more tame compared to a good chunk of anime.
Did I mention I like the guns a lot?
I mean, yeah, it's not whole tits censored out and shit.
No beams of light in the warehouse to cover Rally.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
No, we're not on that. I mean, at least it's not it's not OD fan service is what I'm trying to say. I can still work with it.
You get that in the hardcore cover.
Hell yeah! Finally, Gunsmith Cats for me. But I'm with you there. I give it an 8 out of 5. Like, it did its job and it did it excellently. The only issue with everybody is that I would have appreciated at least one more case, maybe another 3 episodes, and I would have been content with giving that a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, but wow. Is this like the first time we done all been in a unanimous agreement about the opinion of an anime? I mean, aside from really being boring as all hell.
Yeah. Well, with that said, Gunsmith Cats comes out with a unanimous 8 out of 10. Thank you all for watching, and you have a great night.
Yep.
Have a good
Peace
night.
out, bitches.
Night.